Lagos never sleeps. It only pauses, briefly, between honking horns, shouting conductors, and the silent prayers whispered in crowded buses. Said and Kemi were both 24, both living in Lagos, and both chasing something better. But life had handed them very different scripts. Said lived in Lekki Phase 1. Her mornings began with air-conditioned silence, scented candles, and Instagram notifications. She worked at a digital marketing firm on the island and believed strongly in one thing: people are lazy because they choose to be. She often said it casually, confidently, like a fact that didn't need proof. Kemi lived in a one-room apartment in Mushin with her mother and two younger brothers. Her mornings started at 4:30 a.m., fetching water, warming leftover rice, and joining the long queue for a danfo that might break down halfway to work. She sold clothes at Balogan Market, standing all day, smiling even when her feet felt like fire. Their paths crossed one rainy Tuesday. Said had ordered a dress online for an important client meeting. It was supposed to arrive by 9 a.m. By 11, nothing. By 12, she was furious. When Kemi finally arrived, soaked, tired, breathless, Said didn't look at her face. She looked at her watch. "Do you people even take your jobs seriously?" Said snapped. "I paid for express delivery." "This is unprofessional." Kemi opened her mouth to explain, then closed it again. She simply apologized and handed over the package. What Said didn't know was that Kemi's bus had hit a pothole so deep it felt like the road swallowed it. What Said didn't know was that Kemi had used her transport money to buy medicine for her sick brother that morning. What Said didn't know was that Kemi had walked almost 2 kilometers in the rain to make sure the delivery wasn't cancelled. Said slammed the door. That evening, Lagos returned the lesson. On her way home, Said's car broke down on 3rd Mainland Bridge. Traffic locked in. Rain poured. Her phone battery dropped to 3%. For the first time in years, she stood helpless, wet, scared, invisible. A woman approached her with an umbrella. It was Kemi. Said recognized her immediately. Shame burned hotter than the stalled engine. I'm sorry for how I spoke to you today," Said said quietly. Kemi smiled, not bitter, not proud, just human. "Lagos is hard on everyone," she said. "We're all just surviving." They waited together. They talked, not about jobs or money, but about dreams, losses, and the things people never see. That night, Said learned something no motivational quote had ever taught her. You don't know someone's struggle by looking at their delay. You don't know their heart by judging their mistakes. And you don't know their story until you choose to listen. From that day on, Said paused before reacting. She asked questions before accusing. She learned to empathize before she acted. And in a city like Lagos, that small change made all the difference.